Hi, this is Lori Mills, online facilitator for the NSCC. In today's lesson, we are looking at P.1, Example 2, Formulas and Mathematical Models, and this is on page 3 of your textbook. In this example, we are looking at equations and formulas. And the definition for an equation is an equation is formed when an equal sign is placed between two algebraic expressions. And below I have the two examples that they give us in the textbook, and you'll see that we have two algebraic expressions. Here are expressions with variables in them, and they're separated by an equal sign. And the same for the working it equation or formula. We have two algebraic expressions, again separated by an equal sign. And these are formulas, and what makes them formulas is that a formula is an equation that uses variables, and you can see I have variable h and variable a, to express a relationship between two or more quantities. So in the couch potato exercise and in working it, these formulas contain variable h, which represents the heart rate in beats per minute, and a is the age. And so the formula looks at finding the heart rate based on someone's age. And in the couch potato exercise, you can see that the heart beats are working at only 1/5 of the age, and in working it, you're 9/10 of your heartbeat for 220 minus your age. So let's see how this works. Let's look at the second example. Example 2, modeling the cost of attending a public college. So they give us this formula, and there are two variables. Variable t represents the tuition and fees. Tuition and fees. I find it easier to write than to print. And then x is equal to years after 2000. So for instance, if they gave you 2006, x would be equal to 6 because that's the number of years after 2000. I would suggest that whenever you're given a formula, that right underneath you specify what each of the variables are equal to so that you don't mix them up when you do questions. So here we have t is equal to tuition and fees, and x is equal to years after 2000, and that's the formula. So the question A, use the formulas to find the average cost of tuition and fees at public U.S. schools for the school year ending in 2007. So in this case, they are looking for tuition. So for that variable, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find. So t is equal to question mark. X, if our year is 2007, that means that x is going to be equal to 7. Again, I would highly suggest that you always state what your variables are, what the one in question is going to be, or what the one you're trying to find, and the variable that you have. So t is what I'm trying to find, x is what I have. So I'm going to go ahead and solve for t by inputting 7 for my x's. So I get 17, and then 7 for my x squared, plus 261, x is 7, plus 3257. And I'm going to go ahead and solve for t. So to do that, I'm going to do my exponents first. Remember your order of operations. So 7 to the power of 2 gives me 49 times 7. Then I'm going to go ahead and simplify. 261 times 7 is going to give me 1,827 plus my constant, 3257. And I'm just going to continue to simplify. 17 times 49 gives me 833 plus 1827 plus 32557. And lastly, order of operations, you always do addition and subtraction last. Here's all of my addition. So 833 plus 1,827 plus 3,257 gives me a final answer of 5,917. And remember, this is the tuition, so this is going to be in dollars. So I'm going to make sure that I put that unit in. And this is my final answer. So what this means is that in year 2007, tuition is going to be $5,917. Let's look at the checkpoint exercise now. Here they give you the same formula, the cost of tuition, and this time they want to know for the year 2010. So again, what I want to do is first state my variables. I'm looking for my tuition, that's what I'm trying to find, and they give me X, and for year 2010 my X is going to be 10. So I've stated my variables, and now I'm going to input those into the equation. So 17, 10 to the power of 2, plus 261, and then times 10, plus 3257. Using order of operations, I'm going to do the exponent first, so 10 to the power of 2 is 100, multiplied by 17. I'm going to go ahead and figure that one out. 261 times 10 gives me 2,610. And then plus, I'm just going to bring down my 3,257. And keeping on going, I have 17 times 100, so that's going to give me 1,700. And then just finish off this expression. Oh, that's not the right operation. Let's take that out. Should have been a plus. 3,257. And now my last order of operation is my adding. So 1,700 plus 2,610 plus 3,257 gives me a grand total of 7,567. And I always check back to see what is it that I solved. I solved for the tuition. So my units are going to be in dollars, and that's my final answer. So in the year 2000, the tuition will be 7,567. And that's it for example 2. Thanks for watching.